All right, Asha, come. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I probably don't even need glasses for this because look at the font. It's that Asha font we're used to. It's big, it's glorious. It says Asha is a good idea can change the world, right? We're bringing a God good idea. That's the highest principle of good. It's going to change the world. Why? Because Asha is. Asha, come by yours truly, the Magus. It says a daily oracle to open any page and receive a message from Spirit. Of course, we start out with Asha 13 because it's my favorite. The original word is that all good comes from the Creator and that no evil comes from Him. From this original word is the spiritual world made straight and the material world brought into order. This is the message of Zoroaster. His message was, if we'll restore God's image to that pure good, and we take that spirit into us, it changes us. We become one with that. Instead of where the world we see now, they've taken in a God, a spirit, that again, angry, jealous, hate, war, kill, and they always come up with a good reason why he has to. But that's how the world will always look. Imagine if the whole world takes in this God. And do you see why we call this God? Because God is supposed to mean the highest principle of good. And it doesn't move down that continuum to like if someone's acting the fool, now God has to get angry and kill and come out of his high frequency, come into the low frequencies. He just stays in that light and there's no fight, right? The darkness doesn't fight the light. A name of power. If you guys love this book, please let me know. Inside of me is hidden a name, a word, a vibration that holds unlimited power. You got to find that name in you because it is a name of unlimited power. Asha is the perfect creator's perfect thought is reality. Vohumenu. My God mind creates a God world, a good world. So do you see how this is written out? So it's a lot like Asha, very similar. There's kind of a statement and then a teaching, statement, little teaching. Strength. You are divine. You come from good spirit. You are made of good spirit. Fravashi. I have the DNA of God. I am a child of the King. Sword of truth. I rule the air and I create my atmosphere. And what I want you to do is meditate on these. So sword of truth, right? It's Asha. It's the highest truth. It's the real above all real. It says, I rule the air. I create my atmosphere. What does that mean? It means I don't let others rule my atmosphere. I create my atmosphere. I rule the air. Air are their thoughts, right? We don't let someone bring us down into low frequency. We stay high. We don't wait for things to make us happy, right? We create the happiness inside of us and then we see it on the outside of us. If we walk into a room or a world, Magi, that is mixed energy and dark and ridiculous, right? We don't let that bring us down. We hold that sword of truth, that light, and we clear out the darkness. We bring that love that hate, fear, and greed cannot live in. We bring that highest principle of God good, that those monster mixed gods, they can't fight against us. Their word cannot stand against our word because our word is truth and it's what's real and it's reasonable and it makes sense. And even if someone can't accept it or won't accept our word, they hear it. Their heart hears it, and they know what we speak is true. And you'll usually see those ones, they get angry. They get agitated because you just kicked the foundation out from under them. And those are the ones that they heard it, but they're going to fight it the whole way. But it's in there. The seed is planted. There will be a harvest. And I've had those ones come back and say, hey, Magus, I used to hate you. I used to fight against you. You were right. Thank you. I love you. And they become a wonderful friend. Rise up. A fallen perspective must be raised, right? Our perception is everything. Who do you perceive God as? Who do you perceive yourself as? This world, right? The stories we tell, the ideas we have, very, very important. We must raise them to that highest truth. Life, spirit is my life. Oneness, God and man shall not be separated. I've shared that with you, but if you're brand new, the very first prayer ever actually written down, it was about how God and man cannot be divided. Just like you couldn't cut God in half or chop off one of his arms, you come from God good. You're made of God good. You shall return to God good. That divine spark in you that is light will return to the light. Order, I decree and declare harmony. That's the Magi magic. That's when we speak our spells, right? I decree and I declare love is, peace is, joy is, God good is, Asha is, and it is. Evolution. My world is an ever-expanding good. Tistra. So Tistra is in the Avestan language, the star Sirius, the central sun, the spiritual sun. And it says, my seeds of light will manifest. And you know what? Sometimes it's not always on our timeline, but they do. You know, just yesterday, our wonderful friend Cole put out a message of Asha. Well, of Asha. And you know what that does for me? I put seeds of light out there. That one went into his heart and it grew, right? And now he, 24-year-old young man, is teaching Asha. So beautiful. It says, Tistra, my seeds of light will manifest. The seeds you're putting out into the world, into others, into your children, into your own head, there will be a harvest. They will manifest. So be real careful of what you're putting out there. Y'all mind if I take a drink real quick? Get a little dry. Oh, thank you. Temple. I go within and I find God my good. You're not going to find God outside of yourself. You got to go inside to find that true Spirit of God. You're going to find it in yourself, that divine spark that comes from God, made of God. That's where you're going to know it. Right? You can hear stories. People can describe God to you, but to really know it, you got to go in and be one with it. You got to fast from the world, right? That's the true Sabbath, where you go in, you fast from the world, the thoughts, the stories, the ideas, and you go into that divine spark and you commune with that. You let that be you and you be that. That's to know God. Star. My only job is to align and shine. I love anything to do with stars. That's just so magi, isn't it? Don't quit. We've been talking about that this week, haven't we, guys? Don't quit. Ever forward. Keep pushing forward, even if it's only a tiny bit. Don't fall back. Don't stay still. Every day, just a little, and even if it's hard, just a little push to it. And that's why I've been putting out. I shared my song with you guys that I wrote, and I put that video from Games of Thrones along with it. That was just for me, like before I go lift weights or when I feel like quitting, I'm like, I will protect Asha. I will protect the queen. I am the blue dragon, and I get myself psyched. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. So you just make that little bit of progress every day. And again, you're planting those seeds, that light, and it makes a difference. And you'll start getting more and more testimony. Now we've been doing this so long, it feels good. I mean, we've got a lot of people that their lives have been changed by a little orange book and words of truth and the all good Spirit, the all good God.